My name is Matt Rich. I'm the senior pastor here at Unity Presbyterian Church, and I want to welcome you to this week's edition of Life Together. This coming Sunday is September the 19th, and it'll be a special day for us here at Unity as we will be celebrating the ministry of our endowment. Part of that means that at both our 8:45 and our 11 o'clock service, we'll make an announcement of those ministries in our own congregation, in our community, and with our partners around the world who will be recipients of this year's grant funds from the endowment. It's certainly always a highlight to see the ministries that will be supported this year. We'll also get to hear some stories about the ways in which gifts from previous years are making an impact in the lives of children, youth, and adults in our community and around the world. So I know you want to be a part of this important and exciting Sunday. Just as a reminder, the endowment is a wonderful way for us to think about the gifts that God will provide for our congregation, not just today, but in the future, and the ways in which we might be a part of that, not only through gifts today, but also through our estate planning, through legacy gifts, through other ways to recognize that the gifts we make today can continue even after we're no longer actively a part of life and ministry here at Unity. So come and think about that together. It's also an important way in which we might make a tie-in to our annual vision of ministry and connections. Our particular theme for this week is that key verb, deepening. Yes, as we think about the endowment, as we think about our life and our faith, the connections that we have with Christ, with one another, and with our neighbors, how often are those just surface? Do we just say hello and that's all the relationship we have? It just sort of skates around on the surface. God calls us to go deep. God goes deep with us, comes to us in Jesus Christ. And in the text that we'll read on Sunday, Jesus is teaching the crowds, and he tells Simon Peter he wants him to put out into the deep water and to lay down his nets. As he does so, Peter finds himself with this huge catch of fish. How can we do that together? How can our connections produce this deep catch of fish from the deep waters of relationship and connection with Christ, with one another, and with our neighbors? We're going to be thinking about that together this Sunday. Just as a quick reminder, those services where you can join us, 8:45 is live on the lawn, 11 o'clock here in the sanctuary. And you could also join us online on Facebook, on YouTube, and on the church website at 11 o'clock for the 11 o'clock service is live streamed on those three channels. Another just quick reminder as we do from time to time about our safety protocols as we continue in this time of pandemic, as the transmission numbers and the cases continue to be so high here in York County. We are able to continue to gather here on the campus safely. We do that outside as often as we can. We do it inside with our safety precautions, including the wearing of masks. I strongly encourage you to do that, and just grateful for the ways in which you have taken that as a way to be as safe as possible and to allow others who might be a little more vulnerable, perhaps, to be as safe as possible as well. So thank you for wearing your masks every time we come indoors here at Unity. We continue to maintain good social distance. We've got every other pew marked off. We have limited capacity in all of our rooms where we have meetings indoors so that we can maintain that good distance. We've improved our airflow in all kinds of different ways. Many of the times when we're indoors, we keep windows and doors open to increase that fresh air and that flow as well. So another way in which we're working to keep everyone safe. Just want to remind you, if you're not feeling well, we do have online options, either hybrid Zoom options for Sunday school or small groups, and certainly you can join us on live stream. Just in abundance of caution, if you're not feeling well, go ahead and join us online. If you have been present with us here on campus and you find yourself not feeling well, and heaven forbid you've even had a positive COVID test, please do let us know so that we can pass the word to those who perhaps were at the same event as you, in case anyone else would develop symptoms, that they would know that it was important for them to be tested and to try to maintain as healthy boundaries and distance as they can. We also want to just lift up our children these days. The transmission rates are high in our schools, and we're finding that whole classrooms, sometimes schools, are being quarantined. If you find yourself or your child in quarantine, it's important that they stay home. Join us online. We do hope that you'll be able to do that. And in addition, let us know if you've gotten that call that your child needs to be quarantined at home, because our children's ministry has a new ministry of quarantine kits that might just be an extra gift for you to receive during this time. My friends, God is doing wonderful and good work. We are doing good work as we seek to be as faithful as possible to God's call to us, as well as provide for the health and safety of our congregation and our community. So come and join us this Sunday as we celebrate the ministry of the Endowment, as we think about the ways in which we are called to go deep in our connections with Christ, with one another, and with our neighbors near and far. God bless you. And we'll look forward to seeing you then.